What if someone was like, I want this ham right now, and I'm gonna give you $1 million?
And this is something unique.
You wouldn't sell it?
There was a person here that flew by private airplane to Salamanca and did not want to leave until we gave him a specific year of ham that he really wanted, that he booked the plane just to bring the ham back home.
That's crazy.
We're in Salamanca, Spain, trying the rarest and most expensive jamon in the world. We're at the legendary Joselito facility. We're standing in a room with over $100 million worth of jamon.
And somehow, that's not even the craziest part. This isn't just expensive food, it's an experience you can't even buy unless you prove you're worthy of it.
Who can actually buy this?
There's a big waiting list. This is for only people that we know that they appreciate the ham.
It's the secret ingredient used by some of the best chefs of all time, served in the kitchens of 3 Michelin star restaurants around the world. So what makes a piece of pork worth more than gold?
80,000 euros?
80,000 for one leg.
For one leg.
Holy sh**.
Today, we're here to see if this jamon is truly worth the price, and more importantly, to discover if it actually is the best in the world. In Spain, jamon isn't just a word for ham, it's culture. It comes from the land, the traditions, the way people live. But the kind we're talking about here, it's the absolute peak of it all. Jamón Ibérico. It even sounds cool just saying it. And it all starts with this, a unique breed of Spanish pigs fed a local type of acorn so specific and rare, it completely transforms the fat, the texture, and even the flavor of the meat. But there's another layer to this, because here, even the act of cutting jamon is treated with the same level of care that it's made with, a tradition that takes years to master. And later on in this video, I'll actually be attempting it myself. Yeah, we'll see how that goes. And if there's anyone in the world qualified to explain all of this, it's Jose Gomez, 6th generation head of the Joselito legacy, one of the most famous curators of jamon in the world. Because for Jose, this didn't just start as a career, he was born into it. And I mean that literally.
How do you call the thing that when you're a baby they give you in the mouth?
Pacifier.
Pacifier? Mira, this part in the ham, you cannot chew it. They give it to babies.
Did you have that?
Yeah, of course, this is super common
you
here.
grew up with a
Eating
ham pacifier.
Ham pacifier, exactly. Yeah.
That's only something that would occur in Spain.
Jose brought us inside the one location that explains everything about what makes Jamón Ibérico unique, the Joselito ham cellar, the oldest ham cellar in Spain, a place with over 150 years of tradition where time doesn't just pass, it transforms, where hams sit and cure for years, becoming one of the most valuable foods in the world.
Minimum 4 years until 18 years.
18 years for a single leg of jamon? Kids in Spain could drink before that. And the wild part, this process has been around for thousands of years.
This way of curing ham is from the Romans, but the way of breeding the pig is from the Greeks.
And how much has the process changed from when they cured it thousands of years ago?
From Joselito, nothing. It's still the same. Nothing.
No additives, no shortcuts, just pork, salt, and thyme. Sounds simple, but it's not. And also something you never expect, mold. Not the bad kind, the kind that slowly builds over time, locking in flavor and turning it into something completely different.
I had no idea how important the mold is on the taste of the ham.
Taste, especially the smell, is the mold.
I feel like people really think about mold as a bad thing, where it's here in food, it has such an important impact on the flavor.
For us, it's super important. Good mold, important to get.
Very key. Good mold.
Good mold.
Not bad mold.
Exactly.
But even that is just the surface, because we discovered what really separates Joselito is how much control they have over everything.
We control the genetics, the animal, the countryside, the production, the processing, the selling, everything is from Joselito. And also for us, we start in the countryside. One Joselito pig has 3 hectares. That doesn't exist anywhere in the world. 3 hectares is 3 football fields for one animal. So it's a massive amount of space for the animal to roam free, find the food, find the water. That's unique.
And when you say you work with the genetics, what exactly does that mean? What's that process look like?
And now everyone talks about big data, no? But Joselito does not have big data. He has big data.
Big data.
Very important. Here, for example, here, this is the ID of the ham. Here we have all the information.
So to every single leg of jamon, you can track the exact farm,
everything,
age, feed, location.
Everything.
It's always interesting when you eat a food and you enjoy it, and then you learn the entire backstory behind it and how much work goes into one single slice of jamon.
Exactly.
Behind every meal is this.
Yeah, exactly.
That's really cool.
And when you put this much attention into every single detail like Jose does, the result in quality is supposed to be the best of the best, to the point where they even say you could eat the pork raw itself. Yeah, that's wild. We're gonna put that up to the test later. We'll see how that goes. And then somehow, it even got crazier when we stepped into Joselito's aged jamon cellar.
These are the oldest hams of Joselito, okay? This ham is from 2006, this is 2008, this is the vintage ham of Joselito. It is super, super unique. This doesn't exist. The best I've tried so far.
So this is the highest quality jamon in the world right here. What's the maximum amount of time you can age a ham?
This is the maximum we've reached, 19 years now.
Why not try 30?
You haven't tried? We are now trying to age it longer.
Maybe there'll be a vintage in 1,000 years from now.
Never know.
This was the year 2000 ham.
But it's very important that it's not aging for aging. It's just aging to make it a better ham. The important thing of the vintage ham is the umami. We had always umami in the punta, in the tip of the ham. And the older the ham is, the umami goes up.
So the umami flavor spreads throughout the rest of the ham as it gets older.
Exactly. So the older the ham, the more umami it has. That's super, super important.
How much does one of these legs cost?
Last year, it was around 80,000 euros. 80,000 euros?
80,000 euros.
80,000
For one leg.
For one leg.
Holy sh!
For one leg.
What? That's incredible.
It's something unique.
No,
something
incredible. No, it's 18 years
18 years
process.
Yeah.
But 80,000 euros for one leg of jamon. That is incredible. How many legs of this 2006 jamon do you have?
2. 1 and 2.
These are the only ones
These are the only 2.
in all of Joselito?
Not only Joselito, I think in the world. This
Wow.
is something extremely unique.
These are the 2 oldest legs of ham in the world.
The 2 left. Yeah.
Oh my god. This is history right here.
The 2.
Wow. So how do you decide when you open it?
We have specific clients. Last year was the first year we decided to tell everyone that we had these pieces because before nobody knew. Just our private clients knew that we had it. So there's a big waiting list. At the end, this is for only people that we know that they appreciate the ham and that they're going to make good use of it. Because at the end, also for us, it's a massive pride to make this kind of such an old ham.
You're not selling to just anyone.
It needs to be someone that we can trust, that they know how to use this ham, how they're going to appreciate this ham.
Interesting. It's that good that you won't even sell it to someone who doesn't appreciate it. If you're going to age something and put this much love into one product, you need to enjoy it.
Imagine they tell me they open the ham and they're like, I feel like this ham, Jose. Like, no, I like it. It's not possible.
A piece of you would die inside. Exactly. What if someone was like, I want this ham right now, and I'm going to give you $1 million?
And this is something unique.
You wouldn't sell it. I love that. That's really cool that you guys care so much that it's not about the price, it's about the love.
Exactly. The last year when we opened the first one, we opened it in Hong Kong. And I flew to Hong Kong just because I wanted to try the ham. It was something very unique.
Across the world to try it.
Just to try.
Yeah. Wow. How many people are on the waiting list?
Like hundreds. Depending how we believe that you're going to treat it, and also with who you're going to eat it is also very important. To share, the ham needs to be shared.
You ask them, how are you going to use it?
Yeah, for what you need it.
Really?
If they don't reply, then okay, then no ham, no?
Yeah. Have you gotten some crazy answers?
There was a person here that flew by private airplane to Salamanca, took a driver here, and did not want to leave until we gave him a specific year of ham that he really wanted, that he booked the plane just to bring the ham back home.
That's crazy.
After seeing all this, there was enough talking, we had to try it.
Now let's go to it, no?
Let's eat. That facility was incredible. Seeing and learning about the amount of work that goes into the jamon process in the chorizo is so interesting to see. And now we're in Jose's parents' house, and he's gonna cook a meal for us. What's better than that? What's on the menu?
It's a long menu.
I hope we're here all night. Just eating and drinking all night.
It's a long menu, eh?
Jose laid out a full feast. Every cut of pork you could imagine, incredible bottles of wine, a true taste of Spain. And right alongside all of that came one more tradition, one that can make or break the experience of eating the jamon. Because before you eat jamon that costs more than a car, you have to know how to cut it. Mounted on a traditional habanero, locked in place, a long razor-thin cuchillo habanero built for precision. Too thick of a cut, you lose the texture. Too rough of a cut, you sacrifice the flavor.
This is the moment we've been waiting for. We toured the entire facility. We learned about how they actually process and create the product, and now we're trying it. Hand sliced by Jose himself.
Not this one. This one's for me. First for the chef.
Chef eats first. Wow. Oh. It really doesn't get much prettier than that.
Jamon Iberico.
Like, that is insane. That's the best hamon I've ever had. You're so right, the flavor, the fat is the best part. Cheers. Oh my God. You're gonna ruin hamon for me.
And somehow, Jose trusted me to do it.
That hand here.
Takes years to master.
Put more power in this hand.
Jose trusted me to do it. Whoa, okay.
Look at that cut! Hell yeah! Liam, I would like you to try my ham and sliced hamon.
I would be honored.
A ver, I need a picture with you cutting the ham.
The flavor of the meat is great. It's insanely. It's almost hard to describe.
Now we're getting serious.
Now we're getting serious. We're gonna start with solomillo, which is tenderloin. This part here, which is the most lean part of the animal. And this is what we put also in the chorizo that you saw before. Then we're gonna go with the presa, which is the one that is cooking right now. It's the most noble part of the animal, let's say, right behind the neck. And then we're gonna finish with the tibo, with the chuleta, which we keep it together with the ham for 2 months in the drying room. So it's gonna get the mold of the ham, and it's gonna smell like ham. Whatever it is.
Amazing. 3-course pig feast. The more Joselito meats, the better. Just keep them coming. Some pepper on our pork chops.
Oh, it has pepper, eh?
Yeah, it works. You versus the guy she tells you not to worry about.
And just when you thought the craziest hamon moment was over, there was this. Something I definitely wasn't expecting. Raw pork. And not just slightly undercooked, I'm talking still oinking.
This is the highest quality pork you get, so it's prepared rare. Cheers, Jose. Oh my God. That's the best pork I've ever had. It tastes like steak, and it looks like steak. I've never seen pork cooked like this. That is unbelievable. Wow. Oh my God, that is insane.
To the table.
Because the quality is so high from the Joselito meat, they can cook it rare. But no other pork in the world should be cooked like this. If people saw this, they'd freak out and be like, oh my God, you
No,
can't
but
eat
that's
that.
if it's good quality, and first of all, you saw it doesn't smell. None of this smell like pig.
Cheers.
Incredible.
Oh my God. That's easily some of the best pork I've ever had in my life. The pure flavor of the meat and the fat together is insanely good. A little salt, pepper on it, that's it. It almost tastes like Wagyu beef, but it's pork. Cheers to Joselito.
Cheers. You're not welcome again, eh? Only one.
For dessert, we have Valencia blood oranges, which are supposed to be the best oranges in Spain, and an actual pool of olive oil, which I haven't seen this combination before, and some sea salt on top.
No, and now I know you're gonna try the best chocolate in the world.
What makes it the best in the world?
My wife makes it.
I'm really nice on chocolate. This was an honor to be here, genuinely.
More than a pleasure to have
It
you.
was something that I think all of us will probably remember for the rest of our lives.
More than a pleasure.
I really appreciate it. Thank you so much.
Thank you for coming.
I think I can speak on behalf of everyone here, but that was one of the coolest culinary experiences of my entire life. Wow. Jose is the man.
Jose is actually the boy.
And seeing,
I love that dude.
See, it was just so awesome to see the entire facility, how much effort and care they put into all of their products. He was talking about the data that goes into it, the type of mold that they can control and grow on each type of hamon, the time to then be welcomed into his parents' home and eat the food that we spent 3 hours learning about was just incredible. Like, that was literally my Super Bowl. Money can't buy what we just experienced. It was just so unique. And it was by far the best hamon and chorizo and pork I've ever had in my life. Not even close. By a marathon. This will be a day that will go down in JDR culinary history. This is why we wake up every day and we make food content. For moments like these and to meet people like Jose. Shout out Cam for setting it up.
Shout out Joaquin.
Nice guy.
Shout out Joaquin. All right.